Hello students, let us continue the chapter water, and today I am going to explain you about the solutions as mixtures of solids in water, types of solutions, saturated solution, and we will see effect of cooling and heating on saturated solution, unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. Let us start with solution. It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition may be gradually changed by changing the relative amounts of the component. That means if we change the amount of the components, two components, three components, whatever the components we have taken, sugar, water, if we change the amount, then composition of the solution will also change. So what is solution? Solution is solute plus solvent. Here two terms are solute and solvent. What is solvent? The medium in which the components of solution dissolve is called the solvent. It is in greater amount. Solute, the substances which dissolve in the solvent to form solution, is solute. For example, if we make sugar water solution, sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Let us see in the diagram. Here is a solution. We can see here are two particles. One particle is in maximum amount, blue particle, and the brown particles, they are in less amount. The more amount particles is the solvent and less amount particles is the solute. What are the types of solutions? On the basis of number of components, solution can be classified as binary solution, ternary solution, quaternary solution. What is binary solution? A solution made up of two components only is called binary solution. For example, sugar and water. Here are only two components, so it is binary solution. And as students, whenever we study about the solution, we will study only the binary solution. Ternary solution, a solution made up of three components. For example, if we take sugar, water, lemon juice, here are three components. So the solution will be ternary solution. Quaternary solution, a solution made up of four components, is the quaternary solution. For example, sugar, water, lemon juice, and we put some essence into it. Now it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 components. Classification of the solution on the basis of physical states of components. Liquid solution, in which solution there is both components are liquid. For example, water and lemon juice, both are liquid. Liquid solid solution, for example, water and sugar, water is liquid and sugar is solid. Liquid gas solution, for example, soda water, in soda water carbon dioxide gas is mixed. Solid solution, for example, LOS. Alloys are the mixture of solid in solid. For example, copper and zinc, when they are mixed in calculated amount in molten state, they form brass. Classification of solution on the basis of amount of solute. The first one is dilute solution. It is a solution in which the amount of solute is rather less compared to the mass of the solvent. Second one is concentrated solution. It is a solution in which the amount of solute is relatively more for given mass of the solvent. In dilute solution, the amount of the solute will be less. In concentrated solution, the amount of the solute is relatively more. That is maximum. True solution or solution, a solution in which the size of the solid particles is about 10 to the power minus 10, very small size, then it is called true solution or simply solution. What are the characteristics of a true solution? It is a homogeneous mixture, that means the components are uniformly mixed. The solid particles are very small, very small. This is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. It is clear and transparent. It does not scatter light. This is very important property of solution. If it is solution, it will not scatter the light. If it is other than solution, then it will scatter the light. Its components cannot be separated by filtration. As the size of the particles is very small, so it is not possible to separate the particles by filtration. There are some more solutions. Aqueous solution. A solution made in water. That means the solvent is water, then it is called aqueous solution. For example, water and lemon juice. Any solution in which we take water as a solvent, then it is aqueous solution. Non-aqueous solution, a solution made in solvent other than water, then it is called non-aqueous solution. For example, tincture of iodine, a solution of iodine in alcohol. This is called tincture of iodine. Here we can see water is not available, so it is non-aqueous solution. Saturated solution, a solution that cannot dissolve any more of the solid at a given temperature is called saturated solution. We can make the saturated solution unsaturated, we will see later on. Unsaturated solution, a solution that can dissolve more of the solid at a given temperature is called unsaturated solution. Supersaturated solution, a solution that holds more solute than it can hold theoretically. That means what is the maximum amount it can hold, then it is saturated. But it has more than the saturation, then it is called supersaturated solution. But the condition is at the given temperature. That means temperature should not be changed. Let us see the effect of cooling on saturated solution. What happens when we cool the saturated solution? Saturated solution, that means it has the maximum amount of the solute. The solubility of a solid usually decreases with fall in temperature. If we decrease the temperature, solubility of the solid will decrease. If it is left open for a long period of time, a part of dissolved solid separates out in the form of crystals, that is called crystallization. What is the reason? The kinetic energy of the particles decreases when we decrease the temperature. That's why we will find the crystals. What is the effect of heating on a saturated solution? We have studied cooling. Now we are studying heating on a saturated solution. When saturated solution is heated, it becomes unsaturated, which can dissolve more of the solid because the particles get kinetic energy. That's why they become unsaturated solution. There is one more method. This can make saturated solution unsaturated. If we add more amount of solvent, then the saturated solution can be made unsaturated. And here is some work for you. Differentiate between aqueous and non-aqueous solution with example. How can we make unsaturated solution saturated and supersaturated? Hope the things are clear. If you have any doubt, then you will consult me. But don't miss to hit the like button. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice study.